This episode is brought to you by Elegant Image Salon, located at 405 South Ave in Westfield, right across from the train station. Claudia and her team of stylists have been making Westfield beautiful for over 20 years. They offer every service you can think of in their salon and can even be hired for large events like weddings. Call now to reserve your appointment for prom, graduation, and Mother's Day. Visit their website at elegantimagenj.com. Welcome back to another episode of That Westfield Podcast. Today, we are joined by Kirk Adams of Game Changer Gym. What's up, Kirk?
Not much. How are you today?
I'm good. I'm sweating a little bit. The weather's looks like it's starting to break finally, which is nice.
Yeah, a little bit of spring day today.
I think the gopher was groundhog. Groundhog.
Yeah.
Saw his shot. Whichever one means spring. So yeah, that's good for us. So I'm excited to learn about Game Changer. Do you guys do outdoor stuff, outdoor fitness? Because we'll talk about that too.
We haven't much since the pandemic. No. Occasionally, we'll do some outdoor stuff when we have a new location.
Nice.
Before it opens, we'll do some outdoor stuff at the right time of year. But most of our stuff is indoors at this point, fortunately.
We'll talk about that more later. But everybody loves a little fresh air. But so Game Changer Gym. You're from the Springfield location, correct?
Yep.
Okay. So there's how many altogether?
I think I lose track now, but I think we have 6 locations that are open, and then we have 3 more that are scheduled to open this year. 2 here in New Jersey and 1 in Maryland.
Wow, that's huge. Who's the owner? Who's the brain behind all this?
Joe Meglio is our owner.
Cool. Shout out to Joe.
Yeah, shout out to Joe. He's done a great job of putting this all together. We kind of started as he started mostly working with baseball players.
Really?
Yeah, he was a baseball player.
Wow.
Worked with a lot of youth athletes. And over the years, it kind of morphed into more of an adult program. We still do some athlete stuff in Springfield, not too much in our other locations. The Springfield location is much bigger than our other locations. But most of what we're doing now is adult with a little bit of athlete stuff still at the Springfield location.
Very cool. Yeah, it's not easy to grow something. So, I definitely appreciate what you guys are doing. It's and to have that big of a staff and just keep things running, it's really cool. So how long have you been at the Springfield location for?
I've been there for 2 years. Actually, last week was my 2-year anniversary there, and that was my 2-year anniversary with the company. I've done a couple different things over the last 25 years, but I've been with Game Changer for 2 years, and started there as a coach, just working with the members each day. Have transitioned to what we call our head coaching role, which is kind of the manager of the facility, and it's been a great 2 years with the company.
Cool. Where are you exactly in Springfield?
We are at 21 Fadham Road.
Okay.
So it's just off of Route 22 east. If you know where the Tesla dealership is, we make a right-hand turn right at the Tesla dealership. We're kind of back in an industrial park there.
Right.
It's a little bit tricky to find the first time, but if you leave yourself a little bit extra time when you're coming for that first workout, you'll find us. We are a little bit hidden. We don't get a lot of walk-by traffic, unfortunately, but that's where we're located.
Listen, there's a lot of Teslas in Westfield, so I imagine a lot of people know exactly where you are.
Exactly.
Very cool. Yep. So tell me a little bit more about Game Changer and exactly who you serve, because every gym's a little bit different. Every gym has a vibe. Like what's that for you guys?
Yeah, I would say we are over 40 fitness. That's primarily our biggest market. And what we do is basically one-on-one personal training in a small group. So if you've ever worked with a personal trainer, you kind of know the individualized workout you get, the high level of coaching you get. We do that just in a small group. So our coaches work with up to 6 members at a time. Okay. I would say the average session is probably 4 or 5 members at a time.
Cool.
But you're going to get that customized program, specifically focused on your goals, and you're going to get a high level of coaching, high level of accountability, but you're going to get to do that with a group of other like-minded people. So you have a bit of community, you have a bit of people to keep, other people to keep you accountable. Is a little bit more of a fun vibe. It's a better price point for a lot of people. And, we've found that niche of kind of the over 40, trying to get back into fitness or maybe starting fitness for the first time. That's our main focus.
Right. So the dad bod crowd, right, is coming through there.
The dad bod crowd. a lot
Mom
of
bod. Is that? Yeah. I feel like you can't say that.
Yeah, a lot of moms. But yeah, it's a lot of, I would say about 70 to 80% of our membership is female. Right. But we do have a lot of dads as well. Yeah. And but yeah, that's kind of our niche.
So what about with you said like the athletes and the athletic training going in, like is that for people who are doing more recovery stuff or just training alongside their sport?
Yeah, that's mostly high school and college age. So obviously a lot of our members have kids and they're participating in sports. So we have something that they can do as well. I would say primarily baseball and soccer is our niche there.
Cool.
One of our coaches, Anthony Maglino, he kind of runs our athlete program in Springfield. He was a soccer player in college.
Awesome.
He's been with the company actually longer than I have. I think he's been there 6 or 7 years. He does a fantastic job of not only working with our adults, but also trying to build the athlete program. And it's run a little bit differently. Larger groups. We have a lot of whole teams that come in and train together.
That's awesome.
There's Columbia High School, Governor Livingston High School. They'll come in and train as a team. We have a middle school program as well for younger kids. And so he does a great job with them, and we had some other coaches that help out with that as well. But that's going on concurrently with the adult program.
So how does a school or somebody sign up for one of these programs? Is they usually reach out to you guys and say, like, hey, we want to do something for the teams, and then you guys develop something together and just offer it?
Yeah, so we're always looking for teams in the area that are looking for help with their strength and conditioning program, mostly in the off season. We're always trying to convince our athletes to continue to train during the in season.
Right.
But it gets challenging. But yeah, teams can reach out to us.
Cool.
Sometimes it'll start with one player from the team. They'll kind of start, and they can join our small group program with the adults. Cool. They'll have again their individualized athlete program going on with the adults. That's the great thing about we can have multiple things going on at the same time, and our coaches can deal with both things going on.
Right.
And then sometimes that'll lead into the entire team coming, or a group of kids coming together, things like that. So yeah, I never
really thought about that. Like, let's get the whole team to go work out at a gym. Like, that's pretty cool.
Yeah,
and just keep building that camaraderie and stuff. Mm-hmm. Nice.
Yeah,
awesome.
And the coaches are on board. They'll come in sometimes, check it out. They're encouraging the kids to work out, and it's obviously it's more than just the skill development at this point. It's a physical development and all that year-round training to get ready for the season. Right,
especially if you are like a one-sport athlete, like you have to do more well-rounded things, right? Mm-hmm. Otherwise, your body will get all messed up.
Yeah, we always tell our kids, there's a lot more specialization that goes on nowadays. Mm-hmm. But strength and conditioning or the gym can kind of be your second sport,
right?
So that you have a little more well-rounded, well-rounded physical development.
Right. So for your main folks, the 40+ crowd. So what do you find is one of the biggest struggles people face when they're trying to get back into fitness?
I think making the first step. People are very hesitant to take that first step. They know they should do it. They know they want to do it. A lot of times we'll have people that'll call. We call them back. They don't answer, and they just making that first step is the hardest. Right. Once we get them in there, and we show them that they can do it, it's not nearly as scary as they thought it was. We're not gonna bite their head off when they are expecting to do everything day one. We're gonna meet them where they're at.
Yeah.
We're gonna meet them where they're at, progress to the goals that they're looking for, and they don't have to do anything that anybody else in the gym is doing that has been there for many years, things like that. Once they can make that first initial step and get it on the phone or get on the website and then get in for that first workout, that's the biggest hurdle.
It's crazy how we all make things so big in our heads before we do them, like no matter what it is, not just working out, and then once we actually go through it the first time, we're like, oh, that's really not so bad. Oh, I just have to do that again. And especially when you have somebody guiding you through it, it is easier. So that's awesome, man.
And that's one of the big things we try to solve for people is that, what do I do? Mm-hmm. Or I don't want to hurt myself. I don't want to do things incorrectly. I don't want to waste my time. Like we talked about beforehand, there's so much information out there.
Yeah.
What program do I do? Well, we try to take all those questions off the table. We're going to have a conversation about your goals, your what kind of progress you're looking to make, what your background is, if you've been in the gym lately or if you haven't, what your health history background is, and then we're going to take care of the rest for you.
Yeah,
all you gotta do is show up for that first day.
That's it. That's the hardest part. Right?
Yeah, and we're gonna bug you until you do.
I love that. No, it's funny because everyone's like, there's so many gyms out there, and like it's so competitive, but it's like there's so many people who need to work out, and one gym cannot handle everybody, right? It's like, so you just sometimes they might go somewhere to another gym and it's not the right fit for them, and then they kind of get like afraid to go try something else. So like, no, I didn't like it, I didn't do it. They just do something at home, and like sometimes you just need to get back out there and try it again.
Yeah, I think that's again we talked about sort of being the 40 plus crowd. I think we're also we've tried some other things, didn't see the success we were looking for elsewhere. Okay. Maybe got injured, had injuries in the past. Maybe don't want to work out with a bunch of 20-year-olds anymore. Don't want to be in a crowded gym where you're fighting for equipment. Right. Again, don't want to be lost when you walk in there. We try to solve all those problems for people.
Right. So and that's the thing I think people don't realize is when they are trying to get into fitness and they don't know where to start, it's like, you might thrive in a place like Lifetime and have all the amenities, but you also might thrive in a place where you're just like, I need someone to just like watch me as I'm doing everything I'm doing, correct me if I'm, if I'm making a mistake or doing something, but without all the pressure of like the one-on-one too, because like I didn't like one-on-one training, like it's too intense for me.
Yeah.
So I would like if I'm like, I'm with 4 other people and someone like if I get to do a crappy burpee or something. Coaches are looking.
You don't want your coach to see all those reps.
No, of course not. So that's kind of the perk of what you guys do. It's like the small group. It's like, there's a little pressure off, and like people don't also understand the energy of being in a small group and being around the people that are going to help like inspire you and push you a little bit more. It's so much better than anyone can like ever really give it credit for, like especially if you're something like I work out by myself all the time in the office, and it's like sometimes I wish I had the energy of other people. So I know, it's crazy.
Well, and the one thing I'm always most proud of it at Springfield, and I know it goes on at all the locations, is when the members help each other. If I'm coaching 6 people, obviously I'm moving around, I'm helping everybody, but sometimes somebody has a question or they need some help or they look around, and a member who's been there for months or years will that new person, they'll kind of help them out, and they're kind of almost like an assistant.
Right.
And so I love when our members help each other out and they encourage each other and do those kind of things along with obviously our coaches.
Yeah. Do you guys do any other stuff like nutrition or just help them? Like what else do you offer people when they come there?
Yeah, we do nutrition coaching program as well. And, most of our members, the goals that they have are both exercise and nutrition oriented. Right. They come to us for the exercise, and they find that they also need some nutrition, or maybe they know they need that, but it's kind of the next hurdle we'll cross once we get them working out regularly. Yeah. And there's a couple ways we do that. We will include advice on their nutrition as part of their membership, because like I said, almost everybody's goals is going to require something along those lines. We do have a one-on-one nutrition coaching program that members can sign up for. It's a monthly fee, just like the membership is at the gym. They get one-on-one coaching on the nutrition, just like they do with the exercise. They'll get a customized meal plan, weekly check-ins on their nutrition stuff, and accountability with that, just like they do with the workouts. Right. And then we'll do some periodic short-term challenges throughout the year, like 6-week challenges. There's some prizes involved. It's
prizes.
Yeah, exactly. It's we're actually right in the middle of one right now. But they're sort of intense, very comprehensive, restarts or kickstarts for people. Yeah, we need it at periodic times throughout the year. So yes, we have one going on, like I said, right now. Obviously, with the new year. We're almost 2 months in, but with the new year, a lot of people are very focused on that, coming off the holidays. And so we do these periodic challenges, and again, a lot of camaraderie, a lot of information, a lot of prizes involved, things like that.
Cool. I love it. What's your favorite exercise? What's your go-to workout?
I would say my favorite exercise is probably a deadlift. Nice. Things like, everybody loves bench press.
Do they?
Yeah, well, most people do. Chin-ups, but I like doing a lot of the kettlebell movements, swings, cleans, and stuff like that. But I often will do, I will do our small group program. I've hired my own coaches. I would say most of our coaches, we like having coaches as well. I would say most of our coaches have other coaches, whether it be somebody else at the gym, or they'll have coaches outside the gym, because same things. We want to have, we don't want to think of our own workout. Right. We want someone else to help us reach our goals, and it's good to have that. It's good to have that help as well.
Bird's eye view kind of thing.
Yeah.
So I think people might be curious too. So it's like the workouts are individual, but is it like more cardio heavy, more strength training heavy? Yeah,
primarily strength training based, and again, we find that for most of our members, that's going to get them the quickest results, the best results. Developing more strength, more lean muscle, burn more calories. Most of our members are looking to tone up, lose body fat, that kind of thing. Exactly.
I might arm wrestle you at the end of this and see what happens. I won't win. It's okay.
Yeah. So again, for our members, and again, a lot of them have tried the, kind of endless cardio, endless high intensity classes. They haven't found the results they're looking for because they haven't developed that, that strength training base. Yeah. And as we get 40 plus, 40, 50, 60.
Most important.
Yeah, we're gonna lose strength. We're gonna lose power. So we focus on that a lot as well. Power development, power retention. So that when we're trying to play with our kids, try to play with our grandkids,
all of it. Yeah.
Play pickleball, play golf. I'm a big golfer.
Are you? Nice.
Yeah, big golfer. We have a lot of pickleball players. We have tennis players. So to excel in those sports, you've got to have a good base of strength. And when it comes, whether it's things like osteoporosis or chronic disease, whatever, we're using strength training to help with all those things.
Right. It's nice that there's so much coming out about strength training and muscles and longevity and all this. Like it's, if you've been in the field for a long time, you kind of known about it, but like it's just so nice that it's exploding so people really understand like why it's so important. It's not just about how you look. It's even I think I saw recently like the number one predictor of whether or not you're going to be cancer is your muscle mass.
Yeah.
Like that's wild.
Yeah.
you know? I've had MS for 16 years, right? So it's like thinking long-term for, just keeping the muscle strong and things, so there's like not a lot of atrophy later on in life. Like, I think the reality is 40 plus, you don't want to, you're getting older, but you don't really want to think about being 60 or 70, but like you have to.
Yeah.
And the sooner you do it and the sooner you get on top of it, the better it's going to be. Because, you don't want to be having hip replacements and all this other stuff. So,
well, and I will often use a like bank account analogy with people. When you're working out, you're making deposits, and you want that bank account as high as you can, because eventually you're going to have to make withdrawals, and you want that bank account as high as possible, or as as big as possible, so that when you do have to make withdrawals, when you miss those workouts, or you go on vacation, or you get sick, or you want to have as much to withdraw from as you can.
Right.
So making those deposits as often as possible.
And setting a good example for your family and your kids. It's like, if you don't work out, they don't always see the benefit in it. But if, I imagine if, your parents are always like super fit and healthy, it's like you just grow up into that and it's just a normal thing to do. So I think it's really cool that you guys have like, you accommodate both. You have the classes for younger kids, and the kids can also join, the other programs and stuff too. Cool. Any big stuff going on this year? You guys said you're opening three more locations?
Yeah, I think we already have three that are scheduled to open. One in Maryland. That'll be our second Maryland location. And then let's see, we've got, I think it's South Orange and Berkeley Heights are going to be open. Warren just opened about a month ago, and I think South Orange and Berkeley Heights are the next two on the list.
And what are some of the other ones locally that are already
So
open?
we've got Madison, Burnsville, Livingston, Short Hills, obviously Springfield, and then Warren, and then the two more that are going to be open. And
that's
I think
wild, dude.
If we're lucky, we may have another one or two yet this year. Yeah,
that's cool. And you guys own all of them. They're not like franchised out. Like
they're all within the same company. Yeah,
very cool. Wow. So tell me more about your hours of operation and the offerings that you guys have there.
Yeah, hours are similar, but location specific, depending on membership, the coaching staff, that kind of thing. I'd say in the morning we start as early as 5 a.m. I'll speak specifically about Springfield. We have Monday, Wednesday, Friday we start at 5 a.m. Tuesday, Thursday we start at 6 a.m. Our last morning class is at 10 a.m. each day.
Okay.
Saturday morning we have 8 through 11 a.m.
Nice.
And then in the afternoon, we start as early as 4:30 and we go as late as 7:30.
Wow.
Yeah.
See, I would be the one who wants to work out at 2 o'clock in the afternoon.
Yeah. Well, again, for our population, that's not a prime time. They're either coming before work or after work. We have a lot of people going in the city or coming from the city, things like that. So if we don't have a lot of people that are trying to get in at 2 in the afternoon.
It would just be me banging.
Yeah, it would just be you.
That's right. Well, I don't know, with this big move of like people doing more virtual work and stuff, I don't know. I think there would be the 2 p.m. Amanda Vargas class that everybody can come to. We'll see.
Hey, if you get 5 friends, we'll set up an hour for you.
All right, interesting. Okay, challenge accepted.
Okay.
Cool. Tell everybody where they can find you, your website, Instagram, all that good stuff.
Yeah, we're on all social media. Game Changer Gym.
Okay.
At Game Changer Gym on Instagram. We're on Facebook. I think we're on TikTok as well.
You guys make some nice content. It's cool.
Thank you.
I've been checking it out.
Thank you. Appreciate that. We have a guy, Matt Simmons. He's out of the Philly area. Cool. He does our content. He does a nice job with that. Simmons Media. Shout out to them.
Shout out.
And our website is Game Changer Fit.
Okay.
If you go there, you can select the location that you're interested in. Nice. If you're interested, you can put in your information, talk to a coach. We'll reach back out to you, let you know how we can, what we can do to help out. It has all the information on there for each location on our website.
Cool. And you guys do monthly memberships? Is there like a commitment, or is it just month by month?
Everything's month by month. Cool. We work in 4-week billing cycles.
Nice.
So all we're asking for is a 4-week commitment each time. We want to continue to earn your business, every month.
Cool.
And that's there's no long-term commitment. Like I said, we want to earn your business every month.
Nice. All right, guys. So if you're 40 plus, you're looking to get back into it, looking to try something new. If you got a sports team, you want to get the kids in there, call up Kirk and his team at the Springfield location or any of the other ones, honestly. Yeah. And thank you so much. This is awesome, very informative, and I look forward to seeing what you guys do in 2024.
Me too. Thanks a lot. Thanks for having me.
Anytime. Bye.